Three, two, one. Big smile, everybody. Welcome to 321 Ghost. I'm your host with a silent G, Kyle, or tonight, you can call me Kai Riley.
Oh my
I'm,
God.
yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
So stupid.
Thank you. And of course, I'm joined by my pal Natalie. Natalie, how are you this evening?
Oh my gosh, I'm so good. I'm smiling ear to ear.
You don't have to ask me how I am. I don't care. That's fine.
No, no, you're smiling too. He's got this really big smile on, actually.
Smiling's so big that Natalie, you know, you got to get me a doctor. I feel like I need a new brain.
It's stupid.
Caught in a spiral, really locked in a cycle,
Hmm.
as they'd say. Just
Hmm.
thinking about how fucking great this movie is that we're talking about tonight.
It's so good.
Hey, everybody, we are talking about the 2024 sequel. I was about to say remake,
No.
but kind of in some regards.
If it was a remake, excellent job.
Yeah, the 2024 sequel to Parker Finn's Smile, Smile 2. Um, yeah, I'm pretty stoked to talk about this one.
Me too. I'm very excited. To be honest, I think we shared this already, but we pretty much covered Smile just to get to Smile too. Like I think I requested that we cover Smile and you knew that my intention was to cover Smile too.
Kind of like with Orphan, where we were like, let's do Orphan because we really want to get to Orphan first kill,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, I would say Orphan and The First Smile are probably as good. I mean, like they introduce a fun concept, but
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't go all the way with it. Where the sequels to both of those really fucking just, turn it up to 11.
Yeah, it's almost as if like both of them fit the same formula of they came up with a great concept, executed it in a very like serious manner, and it works. Like it works. But then their sequels take it and have fun with it. So they take everything from the first and then add on this like layer of fun. And I just think it really helps. I would like to see more of this formula.
Definitely the fun. I feel like this movie is definitely more fun, even though
Hmm.
it's, man, just really.
Oh, it's brutal
It's
too.
brutal, right? But like it was the first one, like it's fine, kind of middle of the road, like, supernatural
It's got
situation.
good scares, I'd say too.
And it's brutal too, but just kind of dreary. Whereas like
Hmm.
this one, um, I like the change of scenery. I like it being a pop star in this one.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, like I said, it's, written and directed by Parker Finn, who did the original short story,
Hmm.
starring the woman that like kills herself at the beginning of Smile,
Yeah,
and
I
then did Smile.
could not find that anywhere. It's Laura hasn't slept. I couldn't find it. I was trying to watch it in preparation because you asked me if I had watched it when we talked about Smile. And yeah, I couldn't find it to watch. So if anyone knows where to find it, let me know.
It's gotta, it's not like a fucking Blu-ray extra or some shit.
It is, but I don't have it on Blu-ray, believe it or not.
Okay, okay. Um, we only have one returning cast member, but fucking industry legend Kyle Gallner. Love to
Ah,
see him
Kyle
again.
Gallner. I know. Ugh,
Yeah.
I love him so much.
And then fucking like Sosie Bacon was great. Two different types of performances, playing two different types of characters
Hmm.
completely. But fucking MVP Naomi Scott in this, right?
Oh, I mean, I'm not going to compare their performances because they are very different characters.
Right.
But what I will say is Naomi Scott deserves awards for this performance. I think she is so fucking awesome. Like if- all the work that she does, because not only is she amazing with the acting, like she's showing fear, anger, like tiredness, just everything you could think of. Like, and she's also serving like pop diva in like the realest way, like doing the choreography, doing the dancing, being in the ridiculous costumes. Like she's doing everything. So like she really makes this movie extra special, I think. And even like everybody, like the side characters, like all of her supporting cast, like I think they're all really fun.
I think for the most part, I'll agree with you. For the
Oh,
supporting
interesting.
cast, Naomi Scott, the fucking challenge is that you were running up against Demi Moore all year. When it came to
Yeah,
horror awards, like
that's true.
every single one you can see, it's nominated, 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 and losing to Demi Moore in The Substance, and that's just like
Mm,
a tough dice roll, you know?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna maybe a hot take for some because I do love the substance as well, but I think Naomi Scott's performance, just that on its own, is she does more with Sky Riley than I think Demi Moore does with Elizabeth Sparkle.
Dang,
I think it's a stronger performance, 100%.
it is a hot take.
I know, because it's so close. Trust me, it's so close. But I felt attachment to both of these women, like those women, like as characters. But I feel Sky Riley's pain in a very just just raw way. You
Visceral.
know? Yeah, it feels very visceral and real. And maybe it's because this movie, the way that it presents her struggle in a different way than the substance, but we'll get to that one day. But I think it's such a good performance.
You know, like Rosemary DeWitt plays the mom, who I
Mhm.
think, kind of, she doesn't have a lot to do other than
She's just
being
kind of
the pushy
yeah,
mom.
the momager, and I think she does she does it well.
I think Miles Gutierrez Riley, who plays Joshua, I think
Ah,
that's a fun role.
I
That's your
love him.
comedic,
I love him.
poor guy.
I know that we won't get to this like very specific piece that he has in the movie when we're walking through the plot, most likely. But when she is like trying to get him away from the door and she says for him to grab a soda,
Surprise
and he's like, "What
soda.
kind?" Yeah, she said, "Surprise me." And he's like, "Oh, surprise soda." Like he's so excited to surprise her. And he picked I think like Starry or Squirt, like something
Mm,
so bad. Like what a bad choice, right?
that is a weird choice. If you were
Yeah.
to surprise someone with a soda pop, what would you pick?
I would pick a fancy root beer or cream soda.
Mm, I think I would go quantity of flavors over quality and go with Dr.
Oh.
Pepper.
Oh.
That
Okay.
also, did you know, like, so it's got 23 different flavors in it, right?
I know.
And one of them is plum,
Ew. I don't like
right?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes me like it less.
a little bit. So it's just like, is that taste is plum that I'm
That
getting?
weird, yeah, that weird like aftertaste that Dr. Pepper gives you.
It's a little like medicine-y, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Ray Nicholson, who, looks very much like his father, Jack Nicholson,
Oh yeah.
especially with the shining smile that he's doing in this
Oh
one.
yeah.
Everyone generally, maybe except for Dylan Galula, who plays Gemma, has a good evil smile. I don't know if hers
She
is.
she has the worst of the evil smiles. I don't maybe it's just her face doesn't like her smile doesn't allow her to like go that big.
She does have like the menace in the eyes, though, that kind of
Yes.
makes up for it a little bit.
Yes.
Um, Shout out also, speaking of great smiles in this movie, great evil smiles, is Lucas Gage, who plays
Oh,
Lewis.
yes. Oh,
Um,
his is so good.
Shout out fellow San Diego native.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Encinitas. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I
Nice.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I see him rolling around Encinitas.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, and then yeah, fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Peter Jacobson plays Morris. He does okay. Like again, he
Yeah.
doesn't have a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drew Barrymore is herself.
Yeah.
I think this movie has a lot of standout elements,
Mm-hmm.
and I think again for a movie like this, maybe I was just really put off because in a lot of respects, I was like, I just didn't expect the fucking sequel to, kind of an all right, better than average, like horror movie, like
Mm-hmm.
just go so fucking hard.
It
And
really does.
not even just like, in terms of like the gore, even though there's some great gore in this,
Hmm.
but just we really got to talk about the music for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, you have Sky Riley, Naomi Scott as Sky Riley
Hmm.
singing these songs, and there was an EP, right? Do you own the EP or do you just stream it or what?
I stream it. This this EP has gotten so much listens from me. I think it's only what, six, I think six songs.
Like that should have won a fucking Grammy.
It
That's wild.
honestly, it should have won some weird specific Grammy that's like songs, I don't know, EP written for a film. Is
Give
there
Naomi Scott the EGOT. Who fucking cares? Like,
yes, she does everything. So like I think without like talking about Sky Riley too much, the songs and the character that Sky Riley is, she's like this culmination of like a few different pop divas, which I really like. But the songs themselves actually most remind me of Lady Gaga, I would say, style wise. Maybe not vocally, but they're so fucking fun. I've listened to them so many times, but it's not just that the songs are fun and easy to listen to on their own. Where they place them in the movie and the visuals that are going along with them are so like well timed. And if you didn't get to see this movie in a theater, I feel so, so sorry for you, because just anyone listening, because watching it in a theater was awesome, especially when they do the whole performance with blood on white satin and she's, in that red outfit. I I was watching it and was like, this is incredible. I am sold on this woman and just the hair, the style, like everything about her is so believable as a real person. And then they do this fun thing in the credits. I don't know if you listen to the whole credits. So they end the movie with Death of Me. It starts off like just like as her like pop track sounding, but like halfway through the song it cuts off and starts to like warp into the score of those like weird sounds and like has her, it sounds like Naomi Scott both crying and laughing, like switching back and forth between that. It is really fucked up listening to it, but I like, that's something that I just think is so cool. And I didn't notice it until the third time I had watched this movie because I didn't let the credits play. So that is also, I think, a really interesting, fun thing that they did with the music.
I have behind, the laptop, we're talking on, I've got the credits on pause because I just finished it again before
Mm,
starting. And so when we're done, I'll put it on and
you
just get
should.
spooked out.
It's very spooky because the score itself, I think that the sound plays a really big part in the scares in this movie. The score is so good.
Um, and again, just, fucking cheers to Naomi Scott, who sings all the songs. And then also
Hmm.
looking through, she has like fucking like writing credits on some of them. So like
Yeah.
she's like involved. And it reminds me a little bit of, I never saw it, but the Josh Hartnett one, the M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it either. I don't know.
whatever. He's a serial
Trap.
killer, trap, that's it. And M. Night Shyamalan's daughter is a
Hmm.
character in it, and she's playing her music at a concert the whole time. But
Yeah.
I think that's her actual music in real life, not the
Oh, that's
character's
cool.
music. But this reminds me more of like, if y'all listen, anytime I have a chance to bring up Alan Wake 2, I will. But again, like that game also another like horror property that goes way harder than it needs to. I would still love it, and it doesn't even have to have not only a full album of this fake metal band who wrote
Yes.
songs, but then also this separate ass fucking album of like very Sky Riley type kind of songs that are
Oh, I
all
love
original
that.
music that go with it, and it's all about, dreams and lakes and spookiness,
Yeah.
and it's so fucking good. I love it. So to get like this and that, I don't know, just yeah, between 2023, 2024, I was like,
Hmm.
this is just good years for horror.
It was, yeah. And I think the other interesting thing too was so Naomi Scott recorded and co-wrote some of these songs, but she did that before like filming started. So she they had done the tracks before they did anything for the movie, like filming wise. So I thought that was interesting. And the music video that they do for the Grieved You song. So she had done all of that as Sky Riley before actually playing Sky Riley. But the songs also have a fun way of being like dark pop lyrics, but they fit really well with what's going on in the movie too. So I think that's also a fun play on, pop having very spooky lyrics, but that her actually being like haunted and taken over by this demon that just works its way, through.
That's why I agree with you. Where like I think that good comp would be Lady Gaga, right? He's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
he's kind of the
A little
spookiest pop
spooky.
singer, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
maybe Lord, I guess, to an extent.
But she doesn't have the star power. Like Sky
Mm-mm.
Riley is like star power. Like she's having a like I mean Lord has had a world tour too, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
like
probably
it's
a couple.
not the glamour of I would not consider her like a pop diva, whereas Sky Riley I would put in the same group as a Lady Gaga or even like a Sabrina Carpenter, these like stars that are just running around just living this like really glamorous but also mysterious life because what you're seeing on stage, which they exhibit in this movie is not what their lives are really like behind the scenes.
I'm ready to hop into this movie. How about you?
Yeah, let's do it.
It's nice seeing a friendly face with Kyle Gallner, right?
Oh, he looks so sad
He's
though.
looking a little
He
worse
looks,
for
he looks
wear.
real rough. I love that this movie starts a week after the last one. We just jump right back in.
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't remember from the last Smile movie, the woman kills herself at the end, but just in time, Kyle Gallner sees it happen. I think she like lights herself on fire. The demon does it when she takes over.
Should have just
Um,
left her alone.
I know. She had a goodish plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's like, I'm just gonna die in here. No one watch me. Just
Hmm.
snuff it out.
Yeah.
Easy. But yeah, Kyle Gallner had to fuck that up. But
Mhm.
he has this plan, right? So he's like, all right, I'm a cop, or yeah,
Yeah,
probably
he's a
still a
cop.
cop. Yeah.
Hmm.
I guess it's only 6 days later, so he's not like an ex-cop or something.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go find some shitty fucking, you know, mean gang member or quote unquote bad guy, right? To which
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, like it's
He references really dark
something.
acts. Yeah.
Yeah, like he has to say that. He's like, yeah, you're the one that like, like abused and killed that child in Newark, right? Or doesn't he say something like
Yeah.
that?
And-
I don't know.
but the
Or he has
guy's
to announce
response
it.
is very much like, and this has happened multiple times, so I need you to be more specific. Like,
Yeah,
you
you're
know
gonna
what
have
I
to narrow
mean?
this down, buddy.
Yeah.
Um, so he's like, hey, I'm gonna. It doesn't seem like a well thought out plan. I think I
I
could
think
have.
it's a great plan.
It's not because he goes
Why?
into this guy's house
Uh-huh.
and he gets behind one of the like one of his like cronies or buddies or whatever,
He's his
takes his
brother.
gun, puts a gun against his back and a knife to him, and he's just like, all right, let's walk in. And the idea is he's going to kill that dude in front of the main gang member guy, and then
Hmm.
the gang member guy will have it. But I'm like, all you're doing is just still spreading it though. So is that his plan? He's like, I just want to continue
Yeah.
spreading it.
What other option does he have? Like that was the only solution. Remember the guy that was in prison? That was the only survivor. He passed it to someone else.
Right?
That
Wasn't
was
it that
it.
he like tried killing himself and it didn't work or something? Or did he not try that?
No, he was just like, I'm gonna Like, I'm just gonna murder somebody else and pass it.
I don't condone suicide, obviously. Theoretically, though, it is the only option to get rid of
It's
it
the most moral option, I would say,
to
rather
not
than
involve anyone
killing
else.
someone
Yeah.
else. But Kyle Gallner is trying to, Joel is trying to choose the best case scenario that he can without killing himself. So he's like, well, what if I pick out this fucking guy who's done terrible shit?
Unless he like successfully gives it to him and then shoots him in the head, right? Or does he
Mm,
get it back because he's watching that
I
guy
wouldn't,
die? And
I
he's like,
wouldn't
that's not
know.
traumatizing to me.
I don't think that that would be, that'd be risky because you don't know how long it takes for this demon to pass from you to the next person. Because based off of how this ends, I feel like maybe there's a small delay.
Either way, it doesn't work because he comes in, right? And he's like, all
Mhm.
right, watch this motherfucker, and just starts killing his brother in front of him.
Ooh, which is fun.
Without, I'm just like, you have a gun, you have a knife. The first thing you should do is ask the dude sitting there who's supposed to watch, being like, hey, do you have a gun?
Give me
Show it
your
to me,
gun.
throw it away. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because what did he fucking think was going to happen? He didn't think that this
Yeah.
fucking, gang member in their hideout is packing?
And as soon as you're right, that was a shitty part of the plan because as soon as you kill the hostage, what reason do you have to not just start shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
That's
then
that's a good point.
obviously the dude shoots at him. Kyle Gallner then shoots back, and you're like, no, you're not supposed to kill him. So he immediately, and then of course doesn't think, oh, maybe there's maybe more people coming to this house that are part of this
Mhm.
gang. Gang is supposed to be, more than at least more than two, right?
Because then they're just a pair. They're not a
Yeah.
gang.
So then they're just like a buddy
They're
couple,
just little buddies, little drug dealing
Yeah.
buddies.
Just
Yeah.
little buddy bros. And so again, none of this. And then again, didn't have the time to look. It's not like he would look around the room and see if there was any other people, gang member or
Lewis was
otherwise.
probably hiding.
But then he sees fucking Lewis, who is their drug dealer, and sees this happening, and he's like, "Fuck." And then of course Kyle Gallner's like, "God damn it, you weren't." But then of course, if I was Kyle Gallner, I'd be like, well,
That works.
that works for me.
Yeah. You're
Sorry. See you
clean your
later.
hands of this. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? Maybe I'm being a little bit easier on his plan because it's Kyle Gallner. I feel like I'm definitely like if it was anyone else, I'd probably be like this fucking dumbass. But because it's Kyle Gallner, I'm like, hey, give him a break. He's had a rough week. He's had something haunting him for for 6 or 7 days. I need you to chill. He's under stress. Okay.
He's certainly stressed because now he's got fucking a gunshot in him.
Oh, I
He's
love this
running
part.
out. The other people cut him off. He runs around through the back, tries to get to his truck, and then just gets fucking smashed by a giant truck that's going honestly way too fast in a residential zone.
Um, yeah, but okay. That what's interesting about this, I think I may have shared this in our end of year episode when I talked about this movie briefly, but I'm going to share it again because I think it's so fun.
Okay.
I watched a lot of behind the scenes for this movie for to figure out what was practical effects and what was CGI and how things played out. What I didn't expect to see because I love a one-shot moment. So from the time that Kyle Gallner or Joel sees the gang pull up and opens the front door and then closes it and starts running out the house and like busting out the air conditioner and all of that, that's all one shot. And there's a guy with a handheld camera just like running along with him. And then they're still all in one take. There's another camera on the other side when he busts out of the air conditioner and runs down the street. So Kyle Gallner did this like many times, but it's all one take, which I love it so much. I think they do that in I don't remember if it's Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills, but Michael Myers goes from house to house to house just killing people, and that's all one shot. I can't get enough of that shit. I need more of it in horror movies. It's so good, and I really appreciate that they took the time to do it because I think this is a really fun opening scene.
Kyle Gallner's very dead getting hit by that
Oh,
truck.
Oh, he's so dead.
And you know it's bad again when you see not only a boot, but that one absolutely had a foot still in that boot. Oh
And
yeah.
then another foot without a boot.
Ugh, yeah, and just smeared blood smile.
Ah, love
And then
it.
here we go, right into it. Um, this is when we intro Sky Riley. Getting some background, real quick background started by Drew Barrymore playing herself.
Love that. A little
Yeah,
exposition.
yeah. Basically the backstory is that Sky Riley struggled a lot with addiction. It all culminated in this bad car wreck that caused a lot of physical trauma, also killing her boyfriend at the time, who was
Mhm.
Jack Nicholson's son.
Who was also famous as an actor
Right.
in the film.
And is preparing for this new world tour that she's now ready to do. She's a brand new person allegedly and is like
New
promising
haircut.
everybody, yeah, new haircut, right? And then promising everybody, this is not going to be me again. I'm not, don't worry.
hmm
I just don't want to, I wouldn't want to promise anything to anybody on live TV.
She doesn't need to make any promises. Like you can, I think the apology is fine, but promising like addiction and recovery is a lifelong process. Like she doesn't need to make any promises to her fans.
And like, I know, ultimately you find out that she caused the car wreck, right?
Mm,
Killing him. So she's got that guilt on her. But like, fuck, you still feel really bad for her, like from the get-go.
yeah.
Because she's like, still like having like flashbacks to shit, like, in her worst moments. You know what? Like right after this scene, she's practicing choreography with the dancers
hmm
and she has this like awful fucking like back
Oh,
pain, just chronic
yeah.
pain, and you can see the big like
Yeah.
scar on her back and on her
hmm
stomach, and just how, yeah, it was just like a lot of physical trauma that she's still dealing with. And then
Yeah.
fuck, your heart breaks because you're like, you can't give her any like meaningful pain meds, right? Because of the addiction thing. So of course they're
Yeah,
not
with
gonna.
Tylenol, like that's not gonna cut it. You
It's a
know,
fucking joke.
when you go to the dentist, there have been times I got my wisdom teeth pulled and they prescribed me Tylenol. I was still like high off of whatever drugs they gave me to pull my wisdom teeth, and I was like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. I was like, get this fucking Tylenol out of here. Like, I need something stronger. I can't even believe that they would expect this poor girl to run around with that terrible back pain based off of that. But you know what? It's interesting she has the same thing in common with Rose from Smile, Susie Bacon, that she has both trauma and guilt.
It's it's a 2024 horror movie, Natalie. Of course it's going to be about trauma.
But it's interesting. It will come into play later where I have some questions of how that's going to play out
Yeah.
with 20,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, we're introduced to her mother. And again, I was thinking like, is this the demon later on pretending to be the mom being a bitch? No, the mom just fucking sucks, kind of
He
from the
sucks.
get-go. She
Yeah.
sucks. It's it,
Sky's a money machine.
like already I'm like thinking like, we are you sure this tour is a good idea? Like just with the pain she's
Mm-mm.
in and just making her do that. I'm also like, why do you have to have this sort of choreography? I mean, I get it because that's what you kind of expect when you go to see an artist like that live. But then
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't know, fucking how much do they really fucking make Taylor Swift dance? I don't know.
Well, she can't really dance. Sorry if there's any
So
Swifties out there, but here's the thing. Once you put the bar to a certain level as a performer, the only excuse, I'm not saying that this is right, but from toxic fandom, the only excuse that you would have to take it down a notch is getting older. If you're still young and like able, they think you're able, like they're gonna want you to put on the same level of show that you always did. Because you remember when Britney went from doing all the fucking fancy choreography to not doing it, the public fucking tore her apart. So Sky is getting ahead of it. She's like, I'm gonna pain meds my way through this abstract choreography. Like it's really good choreography too.
I would see, I was thinking like, let's start strong. If I were her agent, like her mother, or her manager, or whatever, like, let's reinvent ourselves a little bit. Let's use this opportunity. Let's do some like you you behind a piano in a big theater, sold
Mm.
out, for 2 weeks straight, like in New York City. Like
Yeah, that's
do
smart.
something like that to get back
Hmm.
into it, right? Because clearly, she plays piano. She's a beautiful singer on
Hmm.
her own. She is writing her own music. And I'm like, I feel like that would be, I don't know. But
Oh, yeah. But I think that is intentional, that the mom is not thinking about her health or well-being, whether it be mental or physical. She's planned a world tour because she's like, no, we're staying at the same level that we've been at. We're going to do bigger and better because you have shit to make up for now. So now she's like, We're going hard with these tour dates."
yeah, and the mom treats her recovery from addiction like a nuisance, if anything else,
Hmm.
which
For sure.
sucks.
Yeah. Which is probably
Um,
part of the reason why she like ended up on like that path in the first place.
we also meet Joshua, the assistant, and
I love Joshua.
he's great. He gets it pretty bad as far
And
as
he's
just
so good.
yeah,
He just wants to like be her main like go-to person, and you could tell she's just not having it. She wants Gemma.
yeah. Or just or she's just dealing with this fucking supernatural demon, right? So she doesn't even know fucking what's what. I was thinking, so there's that. So I've never seen Devil Wears Prada, so bear
Mm.
with me a little
I've
bit.
only seen half of it, to be
I th
honest.
I think we talked about this in an episode, maybe.
Yeah, probably.
Um, but that, the sequel's coming out this year.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking like, you know, that'd be a fun crossover. Like how hard enough it is already for poor Anne Hathaway in that movie, but then also imagine Meryl Streep just fighting the fucking smile demon just on her own, just hallucinating. I think that'd be a lot of fun, and I think she would probably go toe to toe with it. Meryl Streep, you mean?
I agree. That would be pretty fun. But you know what could also be fun? If Joshua, after this whole incident, goes and gets a job as Meryl Streep's assistant in The Devil Wears Prada 2, and he's the
Yeah,
same character.
I love that. Either way, we just need a crossover with
We
these
just need a
universes.
crossover.
Yeah. So, like I said, because of her addiction history, she gets very little in the way of pain meds, fucking
Mhm.
Tylenol like a fucking joke.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, she's secretly getting Vicodin from her drug dealer, who she's known since high school, Lewis.
Mhm. Oh
Um,
no.
and at least like, you see like she's fucking trying. She's like, look, I'm not hooked on Vicodin. I'm only asking for it to use like for my back. And I believe her when she says it, right? And she's very
I
much like,
do too.
I don't want the ketamine. I don't want the Molly. I don't want the other shit. Like, man, come
Hmm.
on, just the fucking Vicodin. But Lewis, who we last saw witness multiple murders and is absolutely has contracted the smile demon, is not doing good.
Oof.
I do love his apartment though. I
I
love the
do too.
collection of swords. The pinball machines also great. I'm like, man, I'd decorate this place. And he also had like it's like framed. It's like a framed collection of like toy water guns. I was like, what is this? Like all in neon colors, you
He
know?
also has that neon dollar sign
Yeah. Hell
on
yeah.
his wall. Yeah, Lewis's apartment is pretty fun. And then I love that his like workout set is just right in the middle of the living room, because I get that like it's there for plot as well, but he would be the type of guy that would just like snort a bunch of cocaine and then just start fucking lifting weights. Like just having a night.
Again, shout out to Lucas Gage. He also was great earlier that year in a Companion.
Hmm.
He was really fun in that
He's
too.
really good in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see
Uh,
more of him.
yeah. So she's like really trying to get out of there fucking quick, but he is also freaking out, being like, I don't remember answering your text. I don't remember saying you could come over. I don't even know what's going on. Do you believe in supernatural stuff, by the way. Not that I'm seeing anything,
And
but
he's
maybe
so
I'm
high.
seeing something. Yeah. So, because you don't know like what's the drugs and what's
Hmm.
the actual demon. Probably a mix of both, right?
Yeah.
Um, so she's trying to get the fuck out of there. He, does the fucking smile thing, right? Where he like, looks like he's
Yeah.
choking. He fucking falls to the ground. He wakes up. He's got a fucking grin to grin, ear to ear grin. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, Jesus, and just fucking takes one of those fucking weights and just smash, smash, smash to his fucking face. What'd you think of this?
This is one of my favorite kills in a real long time. I really,
Mm,
really love it. And most of it is practical effects. It's only his nose that they put a little like green on for like a green screen because obviously they can't expose his his bone. But the rest of it is all like practical effects and then just lighting.
I love the
Um,
jaw like fucking falling off or
Oh
the
my God, it's
yeah.
so good. And they
Oh,
did it in like three stages, but it's so good. It's so terrifying. I can see why Sky would be absolutely just fucking traumatized from this.
I love that. I relate to her because I feel like I would also vomit immediately.
Yep. Yep.
All
100%.
all to set up the joke when she's like Googling, can people find DNA in vomit? And then
That's
it's like,
so funny.
and the answer in Google AI is like, "Ugh, depends
Yeah,
sometimes."
it's like, maybe, maybe
Yeah,
not.
not enough to
Yeah.
confidently tell you.
Yeah, poor
Um,
Lewis.
yeah, so
Good kill.
fuck Natalie. Now she's got it. And she needs to get the hell out of there because obviously, she thinks about calling 911 but doesn't because then she's like, oh, Jesus, now I've been here in secret. I need to protect this public image that I have, which, so it's a little I know what you did last summery, especially because she
I
gets the
didn't even think
text
of that.
being like, I know what you did last night
Night.
in Lewis's apartment kind of thing. So that's always fun. So she's back at home, clearly fucking traumatized. If she
Oh my
wasn't enough
gosh.
already, right?
Yeah, she's a mess.
Imagine thinking that that car accident was going to be like the worst moment of your life. And it's like, I don't know, there's a tied second, and it's watching
Yes.
this happen.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this poor girl.
Already hearing sounds and shit, all like
Mhm.
squelching, gurgling sounds. She sees fucking Lewis in her fucking
Oof.
bedroom, again with a bleeding ass, broken ass
Oof.
face. Ooh. And
Also,
then,
her apartment is amazing. I
yeah,
love it.
also reminds me a little bit of, well, I guess not as open of a floor plan as Elizabeth Sparkles was in The
Hmm.
Substance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but fuck, right back at it with these media appearances, and she's clearly on fucking edge.
Yeah.
Um, oh, it's hard. It's like, so you see, there's two different ways she deals with her stress.
Ugh.
One that I've seen actually, I know a few people that do this for different reasons, but
Oh,
it
the
is
water.
attributed, and it's, to chug like cold water.
Hmm.
Um, and so I've seen that, and people I know, but also just the silly just ripping out the hair.
I can't
That's
with that. Oh my
mm,
gosh. We've talked about this so many times because it's a very common thing in horror movies to just be fucking pulling people's hair out of their scalp. Uh, That doing that to yourself though, like the self-harm in that. I mean, obviously there's a lot going on there, but it just looks so painful. And also her hair is so great. Like she's pulling off that like long pixie blonde hair. It looks so good and she just ripping it right out. Oof.
yeah. Ooh, I would avoid The Housemaid, that one with Amanda Seyfried and
Oh, I
the
have to watch
Sydney
it.
Sweeney. That's got some hair stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah. So again, yeah, clearly on edge. I think we also meet Darius Bravo. What a name, right?
So stupid.
I love if that's his real name. Obviously not the
Yeah,
actor's, but the
yeah,
character's
yeah.
real name. And he shows up and he's like, "Well, I've invested a lot, so y'all kind of scratch my back, I scratch yours kind of
Hmm.
situation. Um, I've got a gala for underprivileged youth. Can you please come to this? And of course she says yes. And already you know, like, oh God,
Oh no. You're
yeah.
like, this is not gonna be good.
Let's remember that one because it's coming and it's probably
Hmm.
not going to be good. Um, and again, if that wasn't enough, she gets this first anonymous text.
Hmm.
A la, I know what you did last summer, being like, you were at Lewis's place last night, huh? Nothing, right? So again, we're less than a day into this, and already
Oh
we're
yeah.
seeing fucking creeps. Now,
This is a good fun part.
so we get two, or so she's, she's there at a table, and she's, it's this fan meet and greet thing, right? Yeah, and this,
Hmm.
you've seen this in the trailer because it's got the girl with the, with the pigtails, with the big smile.
Hmm.
Um, I like
Which
how
I'm
she,
like, that is the smile demon, right? She's not just some creepy little girl.
yeah, or at least I think she
But
sees
they
the
can
smile
see
demon.
her.
Right. I think it's just some normal girl and she's acting weird. Not the girl, but Sky. I don't know.
Okay.
It's so hard to tell because
Yeah. Maybe
I
the
lo-
girl is normal and seeing they're not seeing the weird creepy smile and she's seeing something different than everyone else is seeing. Because there's definitely an actual person there because you've got Joshua taking the photos.
and then I guess Alfredo is a real person too,
He is,
even though
yes.
he doesn't actually appear later on, but this
Yes.
guy another side of like fandom, right, is like those kind of creep stalkers. Um
Yeah.
fucking yeah, oh jeez. The only thing that bothers me and it happens a couple times in this movie, and it's, I don't know if you call it like a trope or like something I just
Mm.
see common enough, is that you can like do all the makeup and make someone, just give them all the acne, give them all the gross like hair, just make someone just look as gross as you can,
Hmm.
but they still have like perfect straight teeth.
Oh, yeah. They could have fucked up his teeth for sure.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
put something in between them to make it look like he never fucking flosses.
Yeah, because
Floss, everybody.
it's very clear that he is not like hygienic. So the perfect teeth would like don't make sense. Like that guy probably is actually pretty attractive outside of all of that like nasty makeup they put on him. And for the record, I did try to find that yellow t-shirt that she signs, like some version of that with the little squares with her in them. It doesn't exist.
Ah, it's a bummer.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, so you got this weird fucking situation with this little girl, also with Alfredo. Again, still panicking. She comes home, she's seeing shit,
Oh
starts ripping her
man.
hair out more. I'm
Oh,
like, oh my God,
like how
stop
much is
it.
left, girl? Like your hair's short. We don't have a lot of places to hide.
Yeah. So she goes and calls her friend Gemma, who I guess maybe used to be her assistant, but like was also
Hmm.
her friend, like ever since high
Yes, I
school.
I would say it was her friend first, and she gave her a job.
Right. And Gemma reluctantly agrees to come over. She says 45 minutes. So I'm like, how do you get from where she must live
New
like down the
York?
street in New York, getting
Yeah.
anywhere in 45 minutes?
No.
It's pretty good. Um, Now before Gemma arrives, this is when we get this follow-up scene with Alfredo, and
Mm.
this is a lot.
Oh. But
um, what are your thoughts on this one?
I I really enjoy it, but I do kind of wish it was real so that there was another reason for her to actually be on edge other than like her possibly being back on drugs because that seems to be the common theme. But what I really love about this, I love the trail of clothing. I love the trail of clothing that ends with the shit-stained underwear. Oh, it's really scary. Like because it works in two ways where home invasion is already scary enough. A stalker is already scary enough. The clothes on the floor and like not knowing that if it's like a person or like you're being haunted, but then he's just butt ass naked and runs after her. Uh, There's it just so many fears as a woman, as a person that are happening. It's a lot. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel so bad for Sky.
and you know he's got a poopy butt because uh
Yeah, he's definitely
yeah.
got a poopy butt. Absolutely. He's not
That's
wiping.
that's awful. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
No.
Um Gemma arrives but doesn't see anything. And Sky's just like, Okay, it's great to see you again. I know it's been like a year. I know that things ended really bad between us, and I said some really mean shit that
Hmm.
it's really hard to take back, but I'm seeing a lot of shit right now.
Yeah.
It's great to see you. I also watched my drug dealer kill himself yesterday. So can you stay the night with me and like maybe be my assistant again?
Yeah. I what I like about this whole thing with Gemma, I do like that they show the last text message exchange when she goes to text her, and it's something along the lines of like fuck you, you fucking bitch, like from Sky to Gemma, and then having to text like in that same thread right after that like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like
Hey, buddy. You know, she could
that's
delete those texts herself too. I mean, it might still show
yeah.
up on
It
Gemma's
will
if,
still show up on Gemma's. So Gemma
yeah.
would see them in sequence. But the other thing I think that's really interesting, it's the same thing. It's different for Rose in the first one. So Rose doesn't smile in that first film unless it's a fake smile, like at the birthday party, or it's a very, I'm at work type of smile, so I have to smile. Whereas Sky she does a bunch of fake smiles because she's a celebrity, so she's having to take photos with fans, all of those things. She's smiling, smiling, smiling over and over again, but they're all not real smiles. But she does smile before being taken over by the smile demon. She smiles with Gemma, which is really sad considering where this goes. But I thought that that was interesting that you do get a genuine smile out of Sky, whereas you didn't with Rose.
My issue with Gemma, and I guess makes sense if it was never Gemma to begin with,
Hmm.
because at first I was like, maybe this is just the actress, and because I remember her. Do you ever see the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's on that, or she was on that. Um,
Hmm.
she was like the mean stepdaughter of Jane Krakowski,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
and it has like some of the same kind of like vocal inflections, and like I
Hmm.
was like, does this woman just sound sarcastic all the time? Because like
Yes.
or I was like, or is it intentional because this is not Gemma?
No, I think Gemma actually is like that, but I will say Gemma as a character and the way that she speaks would have worked better if they were in LA and not in New York.
A
Because
little bit.
Gemma sounds LA to me, not New York. But who knows? Like she could be from LA. But I like how Gemma speaks for, she's like I watched Lewis kill himself and she's like, "Wait, what? What the fuck? What?" Like just very it's just like Staten Island, ew.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, see, she is fun.
Yeah.
Um, we also get so agrees to stay the night, right? And we also get some quick flashbacks and nightmares throughout the movie. But this one, you know, goes back to her car accident. Um,
Oh, I
low
love
key,
it.
low key. I'll be honest, low key a little traumatic for
I
me.
was gonna ask if it triggers any PTSD for you.
It does, and I remember that like kind of getting to me a little bit last time because
Mm-hmm.
I won't go too deep into it, but yeah, like however long ago, I got in a gnarly car wreck, flipped my car, crashed it, like flipped it like probably like fucking 6, 7 times, something like that. It was pretty gnarly, and I remember vividly coming to and just like her, just hanging,
Ugh.
upside down, just by and just seeing like just the thick just blood just slowly just falling out
Oh.
of my mouth and like my fucking hands were broken and I'm just like hanging there just by the thing for a while and so I was like wow that really like puts me back like right because it reminded me exactly like that in that moment maybe not like no yeah pretty close but I just didn't have a completely dead person next to me I was thankful I was the only one in the
Yeah.
car
Yeah, that's
um
even worse. Like looking over and seeing your, boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever dead next to you. Oof.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to go be driving alone that day too.
Oh,
Your did I tell you this part?
no. I'm learning this for the first time, everyone.
Your brother-in-law and sister-in-law were supposed to drive down with me from San
Oh,
Francisco.
really?
And and decided against it last minute. And
Damn.
yeah,
I never knew that. Oh my God.
it's pretty wild.
That
But
is very wild. Gosh, I'm glad they didn't, because who knows? Like, if the
yeah,
rest of the car was crushed, like, sometimes the drivers are the only ones that make it out. I don't know what it is about the structure of a car that does that, but you hear that a lot with very serious accidents.
oh yeah, that car was fucked. When we went to pick it up
Mm-hmm.
from the tow lot, the dude like thought I was dead, like looking
Yeah.
at the car, and he was like, "There's
Yeah.
no way." And I'm like, "Hey man, I think my cell phone's in there." And then yeah, maybe still have an iPod in there if you could grab
Yeah.
it. And I think my iPod was okay, and one of my
Oh,
guitars made it, so that was pretty good.
wow. Okay.
No, it's good. You just invest in a good case.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I'm sorry that it brought up, brought up lots of like sad feelings or like bad memories. Oh my
That's okay.
gosh.
That's okay. Sorry to
Past trauma.
overshare.
It fits the theme of the movie though.
There you go.
The smile demon
Um,
would come for you.
yeah. So the next day, it's more choreography practice. She's seeing Paul still all over the fucking place,
Mm.
getting like phantom leg breaks. Oh, that was
Ooh,
hard.
that was rough. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That
seeing like
that
the
and
fucking
that circles back to that leg break. Ooh.
mm, and just trashing her dressing room and not remembering it ever happening.
Mm-hmm.
Really just fucking takes it out on Joshua real
Yeah.
hard for that one.
Yeah. Oh, poor Joshua. Well, I mean, the smile demon did, not set him up for success. Oh, something I wanted to call out that I think is really important. This is going back a little bit when she's Googling about the vomit and that moment happens with the Lewis like smile demon and pulls her mouth back, very big in the trailer. She's wearing that butterfly costume that she fucking hates, and she says like, I'm not wearing this on stage. Look at the light, like she's showing up the scar, like that she hates that costume. um I think it's really sad that that's the costume she then dies in. Like she's wearing that costume at the end. So
I didn't even think
trying
about that.
trying to figure out, I just realized it this watch, but trying to figure out when the smile demon takes over and like is like controlling like most things that are going on is going to be a conversation I think for later. But you know that Sky did not willingly get in that costume. Like that was full on smile demon because she was like, no, fuck that. I'm not wearing this costume on stage. But then there she is in that costume and then she has to die in it. I'll tell you right now, if I die in a bad outfit, unless I am absolutely elderly dying in bed, I'm going to be furious.
Okay.
Furious. So
Hmm.
just don't let me know.
And the mom being shitty. Like you think almost for a second she's being like not really supportive, I guess, but she's just like, "Are you using again?"
Yeah,
Like, and again,
of
treating
course.
it like, you know, I don't care. Just tell me if you did. Like, but like treats it again like this is a nuisance, and she is a
Like
nuisance.
we need to get past this so we can get to the tour.
Yeah, and she's like, they really need to fucking pause this tour, right? But she's like, nope, sorry.
Already, yeah, already the tour needs to be paused and things haven't even gotten as bad as they're going to get.
Oh yeah. So remember that underprivileged child benefit?
We're
Um,
back.
yeah, this goes exactly how you think it
Oh,
would. This is a fun scene, isn't it?
it's so good because it's, if ever to use the word cringe, this would be it. 100%.
100% cringe moment, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she goes up on stage and like, of course, like the teleprompter changes. Again, like I still know what she did last summer.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and again, and then she sees fucking dead ass Paul fucking get up and do his smile gig and starts walking up
Mm-hmm.
to the stage. And then well, and then of course, and then she's even when she was like kind of lucid, she started talking about like, yeah, fuck fame. To be honest, this has fucked me up really bad,
Yeah.
and I don't want to be here. And also already fucking trying to burn her bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my gosh, when this poor old lady is trying to be like, do you need to? get down from the stage and she just fucking shoves her through a table.
Oh, it's
Oh
so
no.
good watching that old lady fly though.
You could feel all the hips break as soon as that
Oh my
lady hits the
God, I
table.
know 'cause
It's so bad.
that's a far fall. Like I feel like a
Oh
younger
yeah.
person would not get out of that fall well.
Yeah, you need to be like a trained like WWE wrestler to be able to take a table
Yes.
like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
100%. Um, so fuck. All right, so already things are going really bad. Like bad enough where we any
Hmm.
reasonable person would just put a halt to all of this. Because
Yeah.
how is not all in the news, right? I mean, it is, I think.
Oh,
She
it
says at
is.
some
Yeah,
point.
they talk about it when she goes to the bar later and they all recognize her. They're like, "Oh my God, I've been
Right.
watching that video of you on repeat."
So speaking of which, she gets another anonymous text saying like, "Hey, I know who you are. You're in danger. We got to meet up." And she's
Hmm.
like, "Fuck, okay, fine." And she goes and meets this dude. What's his name? Like Milton?
Mm.
Fuck if I
Morris?
remember. Morris, that's it. Okay, I was close. There you go. Um, Goes and meets this dude in some random bar. I like how she's trying to be incognito, but like wearing like a very clearly like, fashionable, expensive like jacket. And you're
Oh,
just like,
everything she's wearing is so expensive. I like looked into her wardrobe and her like down to like the sneakers, the track pants, the hoodies, like all of it is so expensive. Her earrings, just the jewelry alone that she's wearing on her ears is insanely expensive and it's not even real jewelry. That's the craziest part. But she she looks very much like someone rich and incognito that's famous out in public. So she's not doing a great job.
oh yeah, she's like a Ninja Turtle in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Y'all, hey buddy, we get it. You're a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to hide, but you're not doing it well.
Mhm.
Um, so this guy, Morris,
Morris.
I'll remember that. Zach Morris, that's how I'm going to remember.
Mhm.
So he says Lewis didn't kill himself. This is, you know, hey,
Here's the
don't
tea.
stop me because it sounds a little crazy. This was a spirit or some sort of demon, and he had a curse. Now you've got this curse because you saw it happen, and I want to help. And I also know all of this because my brother was a victim of this at some point. Like he said, he was like
Hmm.
7, 8 people ago.
Hmm.
Yeah, I really hope that the next movie is not like a prequel about whatever that character is. I really hope not.
Oh, not that character for sure. I like the female leads. Like I think they need to continue with that, but I have a feeling that we're gonna follow a man in the next one. Just a guess. And I think Smile 3 has already been approved, by the way. Um, the thing that I was worrying about with Morris the first time I watched this was, is he actually not just gonna kill her to try to stop this smile demon? Because he could just gain her trust and kill her and just
But
stop the whole
then,
thing and not risk it.
but then would he get it because he
No,
witnessed her
because it
death?
wouldn't be like traumatic. Like he's just murdering her straight up.
Oh, it's nothing traumatic. I'm just murdering her. Nothing, not a big deal.
Well, I mean, if he's like expecting it and has pre-calculated and is thinking about this and he's like, okay, this is for the greater good, like I'm just gonna kill her and nip it in the bud. That's where I thought it was going with him
Yeah, so
when
that's
I
why I'm
first
like,
watched
why didn't Kyle Gallner just shoot Lewis right there? He's like, oh, well, you clearly got it now. Bam, you're dead.
it. Yeah.
Done. And whatever
Yeah.
happens to me, happens to me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, fuck this. And of course, everyone starts recognizing her, right, as Sky Riley. So she gets out of
Yep.
there and she's like, I just need to pack up, get the fuck out of town. She's ripping out hair, not doing good.
Mhm.
Because literally, what the fuck is happening right now?
So bad. Yeah.
And then this is when we get another very popular scene that was in the
Mm.
trailer, and this is with the dance crew.
This is my favorite part of this movie, and I have
Talk
so
about
many
it.
favorite parts. So, what makes this scene so special, other than it being absolutely terrifying and just such a great way to build suspense? The sound, again, is really great, but these are actually dancers. So these are the backup dancers from earlier. They're the same actors. They're actual dancers, and you can fucking tell. You can tell by the way that they move, by the way that they're piled on top of each other, their movement. I have watched this scene more than I've watched the movie. I've gone back and just watched individual dancers to see what they're doing. The way that they synchronize them, like taking one step or sliding over as she moves and follow her, it gives me chills every time I watch it. I think this is so well done, so well choreographed. Like it's incredible. And they're doing all of this while doing the creepy fucking smile just to like add that in. Now, I do think it's a little ridiculous when they start like all grabbing at her and the arm goes down her throat. It's very Sam Raimi. Like it feels inspired by that. But my theory is this is when the smile demon completely takes over and she is no longer realized like she's just in her mind and the smile demon is literally driving her body around is what I believe to have happened in at the end of this scene. What do you think of this scene?
I mean, fuck, I think you said it all. I think it's great. It's just really creepy, really off-putting. Again, I don't know if it works for me. Like, yeah, the fist in the mouth, but that seems to
Yeah.
be the way that the smile demon gets inside people.
Yeah, their smile.
Yeah. She's Natalie just did a very evil-looking smile.
It's always evil.
So after getting a fist in the mouth, she comes to, and you find that she's in a like she. It's not a hospital. It's like a wellness clinic,
Yeah,
but
it's like a kind of a bullshitty place for celebrities.
right, right. And but she's in a bed, she is hooked up to an IV, and
Mhm.
the mom's there, so is Joshua, and they're just like, no, doctors say you just slipped and hit your head. It was a concussion. I think you're all
Um,
right though.
and you're dehydrated. And she's
Yes.
like, well, I know that's impossible.
All I do is chug water, Voss
Yeah.
water
Yeah,
specifically.
Voss water specifically.
Yeah. Voss is probably fine. I think I've had it before. It's in the glass,
Oh,
which is
it's
better than
bougie.
plastic, right?
Yeah, it's bougie, but it clearly Voss maybe spent a little money to be in this movie.
Yeah. And Pizza Hut too, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, it just reminds me of this. Maybe I brought this up before, but like Ludacris's like quest for like the best
Yes.
drink of water.
Yes, I love that for him.
I wonder if he was watching it and be like, yeah, Voss ain't it.
Yeah, he's like, if she was a real international pop superstar, she'd be drinking from the fucking just
Glaciers,
glaciers,
like he is. I
the
love that for
freshest
him.
water. Yeah.
Good for him. Um, so again, she comes to at this wellness clinic. And again, you think the mom's being understanding and supportive for like a minute, maybe.
Literally less than a minute.
And she's like, "Hey, you okay? I think this has been a lot, but I'm just you're in a wellness clinic, and I'm actually kind of gonna keep you trapped here until opening night of this tour, okay?"
Yeah,
And
which
and
is
I
like
just
in a day.
and Sky's just like begging her, like, please, please don't make me fucking do this. And the mom is just like not having it, being like, I'm gonna send you to fucking rehab.
Mhm.
You're destroying everything we built. To which I'm just like, again, just even from this, you can still bounce back, do like a theater tour,
Or
and
even
like,
just like take a hiatus, like mental
yeah,
health. Like if your fans did think that it was drugs again, too bad, how sad. Like let them think what they think. We've
yeah,
seen
you
a
just
lot of celebrities come in and out of addiction, and there's plenty of them that we still love. So it's all good.
absolutely just come back, do like a Californication situation. Love that. Or like, yeah, again, pocket, again, reinvent yourself, do some piano only stuff, pocket a
Mhm.
couple of pitchfork reviews. You'd be golden. Um, Especially with the amount of fandom that she has. I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
people would just abandon her.
No, absolutely not.
Even if the media just went wild, being like, oh, look at this monster
Mhm.
who's recovering from addiction. And
Yeah,
here are clear symptoms of, well, maybe recovering from addiction or
a
also
smile
a
demon.
demon. Yeah.
Yeah. She would her fans would support her for sure.
And then again, you would think. that clearly this is the smile demon, and it is, but like
Mhm.
the mom's already demonstrated that she says that shit anyway,
Oh yeah.
right? So it isn't as much of a
Because
switch,
it's coming from Sky's mind.
right?
So sh whatever's playing out is
She's
the smile
projecting.
demons, yeah, like knowing in her brain, like, this is what we know of mom. This is what she would do in this situation. This is what Sky would expect her to do in this situation. The same way we can anticipate how Gemma talks, how she would react to things, what she would be doing at any given time.
Oh, I thought it was like, you know, the demon knows like how Sky internalizes how she lets people down because she says that
Mm,
multiple times of just like,
yeah.
everything I touch goes to fucking shit. I hurt everyone
Mhm.
around me. Like I was thinking that the smile demon was playing off that kind of like, she like
Probably.
worked out and hated cockroaches, kind of a la Nightmare on Elm Street situation, where he's like, "Oh, you don't like this, so I'm just gonna fucking poke and prod at you with this."
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I would say the Smile Demon is definitely the on a pettiness level with Freddy Krueger.
Oh, 100%. Because everyone is very realistic except for Gemma, because Gemma's just like, "Oh no, it's cool. Like, we're BFFs." Like, she's giving a glimmer of hope and something to hold on to, and that's the smile demon being fucking petty, because mom's still a bitch. Like, Joshua is still a crowd pleaser, So like, she's the smile demon is like, "I'm gonna make everybody normal, but I'm gonna like just go above expectation with her best friend."
So the mom, switching to her Smile Demon voice, then fucking grabs a broken shard of glass from a mirror she
Mm.
smashes and just starts fucking, stabbing up her throat and her chest right into
Oh,
her fucking eye
yeah.
sockets.
Oof.
Ugh.
That feels
Uh,
a lot like more like the first smile. There was a lot of sharp and stabby things.
Yeah. And fuck, Natalie. Sky gets up and it's just like, Mom, Mom, no, no, stop, stop. And then just fucking like a switch. She's standing there holding the broken mirror, shard
Oh,
or
good.
whatever. And it looks a lot like she killed the shit out of her mom because she's
Mhm.
also covered in blood.
But in all fairness, even if she didn't end up with that shard in her hand, it wasn't covered in blood, like, what would your logical thought be if it was just the two of them in the room and Sky had been acting the way she had been for the past like several days? I think it was gonna end that way anyway, but it is pretty fun that, it just kind of flips it.
And the mom's not even dead yet. You can hear her like gurgling and shit,
Oh,
choking on her
so
own blood.
terrible.
Gets all over that white rug too, so that's
Oh,
fucked.
everything's white. Oh.
That's some blood on white satin, or at least blood on that white rug.
Yeah.
You know, I did like how she tried to take like a sheet and like wipe blood off herself, and I was like, that's not gonna
Oh,
work.
she's so cute. She was just desperate.
Yeah. So obviously Sky's like, I need to get the fuck out of here. Sends Justin, sorry, Joshua, who's standing outside, sends him to go get a mystery soda, which ends up, yeah, being like fucking squirt or some shit.
Joshua.
Escapes through this wellness clinic, grabs a gun from one of the security guards.
I love it.
She's fucking, gets a fucking steps on a bunch of glass in the meantime. So she's
Oh
trying
my
to
God.
pick that shit out. And she's outside leaving bloody footprints all over the concrete. And then
Ugh.
Gemma walks up being like, what the fuck? Like holding like four coffees for everybody.
Yeah.
What's going on? So what does she do? So it's like, I don't know whose truck
So
that is or whose car that is they take.
so that is the driver that the car that Gemma just came out of, because she's using Sky's like resources. So she's in the truck that the driver came with, right? So Gemma was delivering coffee. Sky is getting an address from Morris to go to Staten Island. So Gemma decides like she's just gonna go with her. She's gonna go with her to Staten Island instead of letting. I mean, Sky can't drive. She got that busted ass foot.
Ride or die, bitch.
Ride or die, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, get the fuck out, driver, by gunpoint, and then get in the car. They fucking drive off. Um, she's getting the coordinates for where they're supposed to be meeting
Mhm.
with what's his face, Martin Morris,
Morris.
whatever. You just said it too. Um, and she's talking with fucking Gemma, and Gemma's being confused by like, what's going on? What's going on? This and this and this and this, and then
Mhm.
Natalie,
Mm-mm.
probably the biggest like fuck twist of the
Yeah, it's
movie,
so
right?
good.
She gets a call from Gemma, who and Gemma's like a week later being like responding to that first text that she sent.
Uh-huh.
So nothing with Gemma
Nothing with Gemma is
is
real.
real. And to be fair, they do a good job. Like, it's like Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. Spoiler
Yes.
alert.
Yeah,
But
spoiler.
Gemma only says hi to the mom,
She doesn't
but
respond. Mom
but she
doesn't
doesn't
respond.
respond, nor they even like the mom's like off screen when she like when Gemma says hi. So
Yeah.
no one interacts with Gemma except for Sky. So
Hmm. It's very Sixth Sense for sure.
yeah. Um Yeah, Jesus, been the demon the whole fucking time. That's you're right. That's the pettiest shit you can do. Come on.
Yeah, because she's like heartbroken because Gemma's response, even on the phone, is very, like, yeah, we haven't spoken in a year. Like, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to call you back, so very dismissive and very much like, I think that friendship would have been done whether or not Sky made it through this.
I'm surprised real Gemma actually called because between the moment she gets the text originally, you see like, shoving old ladies off stages,
That's
like
true.
all this wild shit going on.
Because I
Yeah,
would have
boy,
also thought that she had relapsed.
right.
Yeah.
So Sky ends up so she comes to she's driving on her own and then
Yeah.
somehow makes it like I guess like onto the ferry and to Staten Island. I don't
Yeah.
know.
She does it all.
I don't know New York very well. Can you get to Staten Island not via ferry? Is there like a long way around or something up
I
up the butt?
I could be wrong. Anybody can correct me. So the most likely way you would take is the ferry, but I think there is a bridge.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Staten Island Bridge sounds like something that exists.
Yeah. And I think it's just a pain in the ass, hence the ferry.
Right.
Yeah.
So she makes it to this meeting spot to meet Morris, which is an abandoned Pizza Hut on
I
Staten
love that.
Island. Shout out to the old dine-in Pizza Huts. You ever fuck with those?
Yeah, yeah, they had those like stained glass lamps.
So
I
good. And
love
those like
those.
in
Yeah.
those red plastic like translucent cups.
Yeah. And like Pizza Hut wasn't the best, but that's when they were at their best.
How can you give me a quick ranking of your chain pizza restaurants, like a top three?
Are we doing like Little Caesars, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's? I can't
It's,
believe I thought of all of those at
it's
once.
got to be
Who else
national
is there?
chain.
Who else is there? Is that all of them?
You don't see many Hungry Howies around anymore. Um, but
I've never even heard of that, so I wouldn't even know. I'm gonna do those. I'm gonna do those four, and I don't want you to judge me.
no, I think people will judge my ranking. Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Pizza Hut as number one.
Okay.
They're mini pizzas that they sell at Target. I haven't had one in a long time, but they're so fucking good. They're so good. They're like little individual pizzas and the nostalgia. So Pizza Hut.
Hmm.
Then I'm gonna go Little Caesars,
Okay.
not because it's the best, but because it's very convenient. Then I'm gonna go Papa John's, only because I fucking hate Domino's with a passion. They're number
Domino's,
four. They're number four, five, six, seven, eight. I refuse to eat Domino's. The last time I had Domino's, it was fucking disgusting. It was inedible. How
yeah,
about what's your ranking?
that's probably my ranking too. I'll be honest. There's a moment where I would have said, yeah, Little Caesars is number one for me.
Hmm.
Do you hear the story about the guy that owned Little Caesars, or was the CEO for Little Caesars, the founder of it?
No, is it an interesting story?
Yeah, so he's I guess like a cool dude, I guess. So Little Caesars is based out of Detroit. They don't do like Detroit style pizza though.
Mm.
Um, and this dude was a so basically, are you familiar with Rosa Parks, Natalie?
Yes, I am.
Did you think I'd be talking about Rosa Parks in our
No, I
episode
did
of
not.
Smile 2? Yeah.
I did not.
So this is so there was a moment where Rosa Parks like was going to be was like evicted from her home and like couldn't pay her like mortgage or rent or whatever.
Aw.
This dude finds out about this and just puts her up in a house and just pays for it and paid
The
for everything
CEO
for
of
her
Pizza Hut?
of Little
Of Little
Caesars
Caesars. Sorry, of Little Caesars.
till the day she died.
Wow.
So Kate
So
Papa
they
John,
get,
and then Papa John on the other side of the spectrum
mm,
is like a real fuck.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
So
true.
I can't speak to Mr. Domino or Pizza the Hut, but yeah, actually I'd go Little Caesars, Pizza Hut. Mm, yeah, Papa John's, I guess, because of the garlic butter sauce, and then
Mm.
hit that,
And Papa
and
John's has wings too.
they all have wings.
Yeah, but have you had Little Caesars wings?
Oh, I'm sure they're all bad from
I
everywhere.
don't know if those are chicken.
Um, yeah, they're just part rat or
They're
something. I
just
don't
some
know.
sort of bird that's not chicken.
Yeah, I haven't tried them yet, but pizza. I'll stop with the pizza talk. Little Caesars have these like little pizza cupcakes
Oh, I love
situations.
those too.
Oh, I haven't had them. Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
they're like I can't eat more than half of one. It will make you sick. Be careful.
So she meets Morris at this old Pizza Hut that he's like, hey, it's the quickest lease I could get that had like a freezer we could use. And she's like,
Mhm.
why do we need a freezer? And he's like, well, let me tell you about my plan.
I love his plan.
I'm gonna this I feel it feels like this is like a common solution for a lot of horror movies in different
Yeah.
circumstances where you
Hmm.
need to like stop the lead character's heart for a
Yep.
minute and then
Yep.
bring them back.
Yeah. It
Of
happens all
course,
the time in real life too.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure. Um, and also it's like, so not only are we gonna do this, I'm gonna stop your heart, I'm gonna shock you back up. We need to keep your brain cold.
Mhm.
So we're gonna we're gonna just keep you inside this freezer. And not only do I have to kill you, but this needle needs to go right inside your fucking jugular. And she's like,
Ooh.
fuck, really?
Yeah.
Would in this circumstance, would you agree to these terms?
I I would have to.
Yeah.
And she's clearly hit rock bottom at this point. Actually, no, she hasn't hit rock bottom because this whole time she has been clean. So I'm proud of her for
Yeah.
not, for staying clean and sober. But she's hit rock bottom otherwise, so, and thinks her mom is dead. Like it's a mess. So at that point I'd be like, you know what? Fuck it. Because if I die, it ends with me anyway. So I'd be in the same mental state that she's in for sure.
Morris
How
is
about
like,
you? Would you trust
um,
him?
no, I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna see this through. I don't know. I'm
Just
good.
gonna see this through.
Or I've got a gun. I think I'd just be like, you know what? If really this is the situation, you know, I don't know. I'd invite someone over for pizza and then maybe kill Morris. I don't
I
know,
don't
in
think
front of
that
them.
Pizza Hut is still serving anything.
Yeah, we just found Sky in a Pizza Hut freezer. Um, yeah, still fully operational, but
Damn it.
Morris was never real to begin with, right?
I don't know. That's one piece that I've never figured out because in theory,
He
if
can't
I
be.
go if I go with my theory of the dancers shoving their arm down her throat of being when Sky Riley's on autopilot, then she would have already have met Morris.
Yeah, but she'd already connected with Gemma though, who's not real.
That's true, but I don't think that was it. I think she was still like just hallucinating Gemma, but it hadn't taken over completely just yet. So I think there is a potential that Morris is real, but he's not real here. Does that make
Because
sense?
he's like, hey, yeah,
But he does
I hear
just
you.
he does just disappear. So there's that.
That's why that's why I don't think he was real there. at least. Maybe he was
No, he
real in the bar.
definitely wasn't real here. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because he just walks off, and then she's like by herself, and she's like, it's cold in here. We gonna
Yeah,
do
why did you
this?
leave?
Yeah. Oh, and then again, you get that she's lying on this table, and then you see her
Mm.
like car accident body screaming and hanging from the rafters, by via seatbelt,
Mm.
and then just falls right on top of her.
Oof.
Yeah.
Her
Um,
the car accident Sky as the smile demon is some of my favorite acting of hers because she's real scary.
she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm gonna die in the freezer of a Pizza Hut."
Yeah.
And like we discussed, better than the freezer of a Domino's,
Yep.
100%. So yeah. So you have this kind of like back and forth here between them. Um, Again, it's all fucking fake because you think Sky gets the upper
Hmm.
hand and she's like, "All right, let's do this." Grabs the needle, puts it in the jugular. The demon's like, "You are not in
No.
control of anything. Look,
Hmm.
look at your hand. There's no fucking needle there. It was never there. None of
I
this was
love
ever
it.
real. The Pizza Hut is real. That part we know. We know that. Everything else though is fake as fuck."
The Pizza Hut is may not be real though.
And then just, the demon herself, right? Demon Sky fucking just like puts her thumbs in the mouth. 'Cause it's always into the mouth, right? To do the smile.
Hmm.
She tries to fight back. Yeah, like bites down the thumbs. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it's all bad.
I love the smile demon as old car accident Sky walking with the broken leg.
Yeah. Oh,
The
it's
like
rough.
the sound and the limp, like all of it is so creepy.
And you think, and this is where it gets so fucked up too, is because like, it's all this tension, right? The demon version of Sky is like approaching her. You think that there's going to be some sort of attack or something,
Mhm.
but then she like kind of stops a few feet away and goes, break a leg, and just
So funny.
closes like doors or whatever on her, which is funny, right? Because she's got a
Hmm.
broken leg.
Yeah.
Um, Sky comes too. Fuck. And I was like, I don't know where else you can go here because she comes too. She is on stage. The song's about to start. She's in front of 30,000 people. She just blacked out somehow.
Wearing that fucking costume that she hates.
But then again, was she ever at the clinic? She clearly never escaped the clinic, or maybe she did,
I don't think
but the mom's not dead.
none of that happened in my interpretation of this movie. The clinic is where the absolute just control of the smile demon starts.
Right, you're right. Because you said it's when the dancers fisted her mouth, right? That's when it
Yeah,
just purely just shifts.
that seems to be where it took over because it seems like it takes some time for it to get full control. Like it could fuck with you quite a bit. So it starts off with maybe some sounds, and then you're seeing dead people in the room. Then you're seeing hallucinations of yourself and stalkers, and then all of a sudden, it's surrounding you completely like the dancers were, and you have, you know, no control, but you think you do because the same thing happens to Rose in the last movie. She plays out a whole fucking scenario,
Mm,
leaves that house, and then turns out none of that happened. So I think this is a better fake out than the first fake out.
yeah. So she's standing there, frozen, sees herself rip like this other version of herself, like
Oof.
all smiles, right? Fucking
Mhm.
from the scars, rips her stomach open.
This is
And
all practical.
that's wild. And then the
Hmm.
demon fucking, and I've seen the practical, like the behind the scenes of like the demon.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the design of this
Ugh.
thing?
Are
Because
you
I do
talking
think it's a slight improvement over the last one.
interesting? I disagree.
Really.
Okay, what I'm talking about after it sheds the skin, though, because when it's Rose's mom, like I'm not a fan of that. When it rips off Rose's mom's skin, it's the shape of the body that throws me off because in Smile, it's got two arms, two legs, and it's like looking human shaped for the most part, other than its face. But so I like the design better, but the effects are better on this demon. it's so long and wonky looking. Like it took two people to make it because it was so long. Like it could have just been one actor in there. So that throws me off a little bit. But I overall hate the fucking design of this smile demon so, so much. And the first time that I saw it in the first movie, I was like, that just ruined the whole movie for me. It didn't, but I thought it did the first time I watched that movie.
He is a little silly.
He's
And
silly.
it does remind me a little bit of just this giant creature popping out of a normal sized person. Gives me like Men in Black vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It's the only thing about this movie that I have like the slightest complaint about, but I knew what it looked like from the first one, so it didn't bother me this time around.
Okay.
They wore me down.
So this demon fucking climbs out of the other Sky body,
Hmm.
starts putting its like claws in Sky's mouth and ripping her mouth open and
Hmm.
shit. Of course, like to everybody else in the audience, they're just seeing her like passed out on the ground and
Hmm.
just acting all fucked up. Basically how like Lucas Gage was earlier,
Yeah.
like Lewis. Um, yeah, and we all know where this is going, right? And it's
Not great.
watching this movie for the first time, I was like, okay, fuck yeah, all right, I'm cool with what's about to happen here,
Hmm.
because Sky gets back up, and everyone's like, oh, cool, right, awesome, maybe this is part of the show. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's back, but not the big ass smile on her face.
Mm.
Um, I will be honest, I don't care for this part where the way she kills herself. She takes the microphone and you hear just the bashing over and over. So she's
Hmm.
taken like, and again, this isn't like something sharp, like a bulbous fucking
Yeah.
microphone, and just smashes it into her face enough. I would have liked to have seen it, because the part you
Me
see at the
too.
end, I don't think looks that great.
It looks a little silly. And the director made a comment in interviews that in the first film, everything that was doing, not everything, but most of the kills, if not all, were sharp objects that were happening. And in this one, he wanted it to be more blunt, like kills. And I appreciate that. But the logistics of smashing a mic into your eye doesn't super make sense, even if you have demonic strength. Like, I just don't know that it would fit even in her tiny eye socket. Like, she's about 5'3". She's a petite woman. Like, that eye socket is going to be small. Like, I'm like thinking about the size of like a microphone.
Maybe like a
And like,
condenser mic or something would get in there okay, but yeah, so she'd have to be breaking like the
she'd
skull
have to
around
be
her eye
breaking the
socket,
skull, which she could.
and
She
probably
could.
was.
Yeah, it probably was. But yeah, it is a little bit silly, but I do love that you get the view of the audience while she's doing it because that's really fun. But yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit more, especially because we got Lewis's really great kill. That's the best one.
And especially because it's the last shot of the movie too,
Hmm.
is her lying there with with the smile and the microphone just in her skull.
Hmm.
Um, and everyone's seen it spread to like 30,000 people.
Hmm. And we see that her mom is still alive.
Oh, yes, and there you go. Well, fuck her though.
Yeah,
I was
well,
about to say silver lining,
she's
but
she's gets the trauma, and
yeah, she's,
unfortunately Joshua too.
yeah, I know, poor Joshua.
He didn't deserve that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see, like, that's the last shot of the movie, is that everyone's horrified, Sky's dead, cuts back to the mom, and she's like, oh my God, and freaking out. And then Joshua comes in with a squirt, being like,
He's
what'd I
like
miss?
grabbing a soda from somewhere else. Yes,
What'd
that
I
would have
miss?
been really fun. Just so that he doesn't get the smile demon. Yeah. What do you
It'd
think
be
of the
dumb, but
ending of this and where it could lead?
I think it'll be fun. I think,
I hope we pick up a week, like within a week,
yeah.
the same way this one did.
If I don't get my Meryl Streep crossover in the third one, um, I was like, let's pick it right back up with Drew Barrymore as Drew Barrymore, who was like standing backstage, like ready to, celebrate with her and be like, oh yeah, this is great, blah 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 blah.
Oh no.
Got invited to the show after the interview, and then just Drew Barrymore has to fight this situation
Oh my gosh, that would be
as Drew
really
Barrymore.
fun. Damn, I kind of like that.
It's dumb, but I like it.
But there's also the 20,000 other people. Like, can this smile demon, does it have the bandwidth to support haunting and terrorizing all of those people at once? What do you think?
Stretching yourself pretty thin. I'm surprised he wanted to go from one to 30,000 pretty quick.
Yeah, like
I was
maybe
like, let's
workshop it like with a
again do a
smaller group.
small theater
There
tour,
you
right? But
It works for both of them, really.
yeah,
The Smile Demon and Sky. It could have been
definitely.
a good tour.
That's the end of our movie, Natalie.
Mhm. Also, it's a 2-hour movie that feels like a breeze. And I don't say that often. I only really say that about Scream movies.
It's funny. I saw the new Scream movie is like 2 hours, a little over 2 hours. I'm like, yeah.
Mm, hmm
Only time I'm like, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed.
Did I leave anything out?
No, that's a great little walkthrough.
Oh, thank you. Um, I would love to hear the taglines for this movie.
Okay, because this is Smile 2, it has two taglines.
Okay. There you go.
And for how great this movie is, not the best taglines.
Mm,
I think they could have worked a little harder, as hard as Sky. So the first one is "It will never let go."
okay.
Yeah.
Shan.
The
Not
second
exciting.
is "It's the last thing you'll see."
Is yeah, I guess is a smile, I suppose.
And that's it.
That's true.
Very lackluster taglines for how cool this movie is.
Hmm.
You have anything that you can think of that would have been a better tagline?
No, nothing that rhymes, which is all I'm thinking about right now. It's
I
like
know.
what rhymes with smile or what rhymes with grin, you know?
Oh, grin.
Or maybe fear to fear instead of like ear to ear grin. I don't know. Workshopping this out loud. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah, no, it's okay.
Yeah. So
Maybe it's harder than, I give it credit for
maybe.
coming up with taglines.
I think you can give us a few minutes. We can come up with something, but
Maybe. Maybe.
fear to fear. It's so dumb.
That is dumb.
So boost scores. I'm gonna go first on this one, okay?
Okay.
Okay. This movie is, absolutely like a blueprint of how to make a sequel bigger,
Hmm.
better, more fun. This is what Randy's talking about in Scream 2. You
Yes.
up the ante, right? You like there's more kills. Well, I guess
Hmm.
not really, but like, there's the gore, you just
Yeah.
up the everything. And yeah, I mean, this like to everything I said, like it's I feel like I wasn't really as jokey during this one because like the movie's just good. What do you
Yeah.
say, right? I
Yeah.
mean, highly recommend this. If yeah, see the challenge is that if this movie's on in a hotel room, I kind of stop what I'm doing. And
Yeah.
then I like miss whatever I was gonna do, and I'm like, oh, sorry, I was a little late. Traffic, can you believe it? Traffic to Staten Island, can you believe it? And it's a lot of fun. Naomi Scott is fantastic in this movie. Um, yeah, interesting because like really up until this point, I really only knew her as, you know, she was in that live action Aladdin that I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see it
Um,
either. I don't think I've seen anything else with her.
and then there was the reboot of Power Rangers, and she was the Pink Ranger.
Oh, that I've seen.
So she is very much has that spot in like these weird like just like retreads of nostalgia for me.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, she's just wonderful in this movie. She's so much fun. And yeah, I'd
Hmm.
say most of the supporting cast is good. They just, they just don't get a whole lot to do,
True.
with her because this movie is about her. I think she's
Yeah.
in outside of the intro, she's in every single scene of this movie,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Um, yeah, I don't remember what I gave the first one. Probably like a two, two and a half, maybe. Maybe a
I
three if I was
think
feeling generous.
you gave it a 3. I gave it a 2.5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one absolutely is better by every metric. I'm gonna give it 4 booze.
Okay.
And yeah, just absolutely recommend it to people. This is great. The everything about it is
Hmm.
fun. And
I don't think
you
you need to
know,
watch the first one,
no, I don't think you need to. They more or less
but
cover it.
I would recommend watching the first one,
Yeah.
but I don't think you need to.
Especially like, in 2020s horror, right, where everything's a little moodier and more elevated. And really your like jump scare movies are your maybe paranormal activities or your conjurings, nuns, Annabelles, and the sorts. A lot of people treat jump scares as kind of like the lower common denominator of horror, right?
Mm.
But fuck, this movie just shows like, no, you can have fucking predominantly all jump scares, but it
Good
fucking
ones.
works. It
Hmm.
works. Yeah, if you just, I don't know.
They're not
This was really
cheap
great.
jump scares.
None of them felt cheap to me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So 4 boosts. This is really fun. How about you?
Yeah. I absolutely love this movie, which Um,
By the
I
way,
would what? Oh.
I can't believe we went the whole episode. Obviously no one can see this, but everyone, Natalie is wearing her Sky Riley tour, the tour that was never to
The
be, I
tour that
suppose.
never happened. Can I just tell you, it was so hard to find Sky Riley merch. Paramount has it locked down. I got this hoodie from the Paramount gift shop. That's a thing online. It's like a Paramount store. And it was like $60. Insane. For a pretend pop star? Come on. But yeah, I that's how much I love this movie that I went and bought a hoodie. But I will say this is a great example of a sequel surpassing the original in absolutely every way. It has better pacing, which I didn't mention. I think this movie is paced perfectly. I think it's beautiful to watch, both the horror and the performance parts of it. It has better fake outs than the first one. Everything in between scares is more interesting, I think. So I'm still interested in what's going on and not just waiting for something scary to happen. It it keeps my interest. The humor is just enough that it doesn't get too campy, but it makes it a little less serious. And then the score is so good. The music, Sky Riley songs are so fun. I think it's so great. But what I didn't get into is how perfect Sky Riley is as a protagonist. When y'all hear me complain about female leads, when you hear me talk about them and I talk shit on them and I talk shit on their trauma and how they react to it, Sky Riley is what I'm looking for. Now, they don't all have to be like her, but the reason why I like Sky is because she handles trauma the way I handle trauma. She internalizes it and she hides it, and then she
Oh,
puts on a show,
I was like,
not
she
with
takes
drugs.
it out on everybody else and throws shit and breaks shit in the
No,
shower.
that's after the smile demon.
Okay.
That's the smile demon. So I relate to her in that way. But she's also this amazing pop diva. She feels like from the beginning of the movie, she feels like a person that would exist and that I would know to exist in the real world. And I love that about her. I did not feel that way about Rose. And it wasn't anything that Susie Bacon did wrong because I really like her. It's the character is just she's a therapist because she had trauma in the past, and that's all. Whereas Sky feels very layered. The other thing that's amazing about Sky is she doesn't have a love interest. Her love interest is dead. There's no love story in this, there's no man to save her. She's literally working through all of this by herself. She thinks she's working it out with her bestie, but she's not.
Yeah.
She's completely and utterly alone through all of this. She has no Kyle Gallner, which is really sad for her because I would like to have a Kyle Gallner.
Wouldn't we all?
We would all like to have one.
I'd love to have a Naomi Scott. Well, I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely. The costuming for Sky Riley is also absolute perfection. What she wears to public appearances versus what she wears in her downtime, all of it
yeah,
is the
the
haircut.
MTV and Talking Heads t-shirts. Love it.
Yes, the haircut is perfect and she's just flawed. So, I'll stop talking. It was a lot. But I absolutely love this movie. If anyone doesn't like this movie, I would love to hear why and what movies you do like because I would completely disagree with you and fight you on it. I would say this is one of my favorite horror movies that's come out in the past 25 years. Absolutely 100%. I think it's excellent. I think it's a perfect movie. 5 boos.
Love that. I had
You
a
knew I
feeling.
was going to do 5 boos. That's why you went first.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll let you have your moment. I didn't want to deflate it after the fact.
Yeah, and then be like 4 boos.
Like a fucking
Womp
jabroni.
womp.
Yeah, I know. Really fun talking about this movie. I had a
Hmm.
feeling it'd be a good one.
Yeah, I love it. If you listen to this and you didn't watch this movie, I should have said this at the beginning, then I will be so sad for you that we just spoiled it all.
No.
It's still worth watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we got. Hmm. I don't know. Words of advice to leave, just, fucking don't stop going to Domino's. That's what you're doing. Come on.
Don't don't get Domino's.
And then maybe, hey, put a little more respect on Little Caesars. Now that you
Yeah.
know. Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, get more Little Caesars.
All
It's
right.
not good for you.
All right. Pizza, pizza, everyone. Three, two, one, ghost.
Thanks for listening to our episode on Smile 2. If this episode left you with a smile on your face, you could subscribe to our podcast and leave a 5 boo review on whichever platform you choose to listen. You can find us on Instagram at 321ghostpod and give us a follow. We would love to hear your thoughts on the film. Follow us on Letterboxd at 321ghostpod to see our boo scores on all of the movies we've covered so far. Next week, we're getting back to our Scream franchise. That's right, you heard me. We'll be discussing Scream 7. Thanks again for listening, and remember to smile. It's contagious. 3, 2, 1, ghost.